Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Mary and I give you guys an extra warm welcome. I would love it if you grabbed a snack, stayed for a while, and click the subscribe button. I would love to have you. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you more than you know. So as you can tell by the title of the video, I am trying a new drugstore foundation. This is the JOAH Crystal Glow Primedation. It's an all-in-one foundation, so there's supposed to be primer and everything you need before putting on a foundation. I also went ahead and bought the JOAH concealer so I can test it out. This is just the Wand Me Up concealer. So if you would like to see what I think about this new drugstore foundation, then just go ahead and keep on watching. Alright guys, so I found out about this new foundation by JOAH, which is a brand that is owned by Kiss, you know, the lash company from the Mexican beauty. My toddler is here. I'm sure you guys know. And I've really been wanting to test out more drugstore makeup because I feel like I don't try enough. When I saw her test this out, I decided to go ahead and try it out for myself and see if it works for me. She is oily skin type, so that is completely different than what I am. But I wanted to see how this would work for me. So this is the Crystal Glow Primedation and it retails for $15.99. And I went ahead and purchased the Wand Me Up Perfecting Concealer, which retails for $6.99. I purchased it directly from the JOAH website. I checked at Ulta, they don't have it yet. Hopefully soon. I don't even know if they carry JOAH. I think it's like a CVS brand. This is what the unicorn looks like, and I purchased the shade LN050, which I'm guessing stands for light neutral. The shades look dark, like even though this is light neutral, I definitely don't feel like this is a light shade, but yeah. And for the concealer, I purchased the shade Fair JWCO5. So far, I swatched both of these and they do look like they're going to work. I apologize for my hair. My baby hairs are out of control, so they are either super curly or literally sticking out. You guys have seen it. And I know some of you guys are probably thinking, well, why don't you just, you know, tame them and put some product on it? Pregnancy does a lot of weird things to your body, and after the pregnancy with my twins, I have been having a lot of dry scalp issues. Anytime I put any type of product, even dry shampoo, my scalp just, yeah, it's unhappy. Any products that I do put on my face, like gel, hairspray, any of that, it just makes the matter worse, and that is why I don't do that. In case any of you guys were wondering. All right, so I think I'm going to get you guys in a little bit closer and we're going to get started with this foundation review. All right, guys, we're going to start with the foundation. This is what the component looks like, and you get 1.01 ounces. So see how this is supposed to be light? Please tell me how that's supposed to be light. There is the shade, so yeah, how is that supposed to be light, right? I'm just going to apply it to my skin. This foundation is available in 24 shades. I did look at the shade range. I still think that they could add a couple of more dark shades, but I feel like for it being a drugstore brand, 24 is decent. I also don't know how big JOAH Beauty is or how long like they've been in business, you know? Oh, this is the Lawless foundation brush that I purchased when I bought their new foundation. So this seems like it's going to be a decent match. So this is Primedation, right? Is that what I said? Yeah, a Primedation. So basically what they're trying to say is it has primer in it and you don't need to prime. I still primed because, yeah, I don't know. All right, so this is, I want to say, one full pump. It's definitely not a full coverage foundation. Let me read you some of the benefits or claims. It hydrates with hyaluronic acid, boosts radiance with a luminizing peptide, Firms and plumps with collagen, protects from blue light damage, applies evenly with blurring primer, with a blurring primer. That's what it says on here. So obviously they are expecting you to wear it with a primer. Lightweight formula with medium buildable coverage, and it smooths over fine lines, spots, and blemishes. So right now is, like I said, one pump, and I do feel like it is definitely lightweight. It does leave a radiance. Yeah. Okay. All right, now we're going to go into the Wand Me Up concealer. Like I said, this retails for $6.99, and this only comes in 10 shades. I got it in JWC05 Fair. So that is the second shade in the shade range. So I definitely feel like they need to work on more shades for this concealer. It's not new, so I'm not, you know, going to go too much in depth with it, but I did want to purchase a concealer just so I can do like a full base of JOAH. All right. So this one is definitely pretty light. Shade 3, I was scared it was going to be too dark. It's like it just jumped too many shades in between shades, I feel like. So that's why I got this one that's a little more lighter. But it's looking okay, it's not looking bad. It does have a pink, like peachy shift to it so that it's nice. Hopefully it does a good job at covering up my very dark circles that just seem to keep getting darker and darker. And again, thank you guys for being so patient with me with my toddler being here. Yeah, I just, you know, when the honey is away for work, I'm pretty much a single mama, so that's what I gotta do. And I don't want to do voiceovers because I feel like that's impersonal, right? I just thank you for your patience, pretty much. All right, I wanted to bring you guys in closer so you could see what I'm seeing. So this is 2 pumps. And it definitely is very, very light coverage, but you guys already know this is how I like it. I would definitely say that it is a pretty glowy product. So if you have oily skin, I don't think this is going to be your jam unless you like radiance like this. But I definitely feel like it by itself is glowy. I didn't put any glowing primers underneath. I used the mattifying MAC primer, and I also use the Wet n Wild primer syrup as like my moisturizer, and it's looking glowy. So yeah, here it is. Now let's go ahead and powder. All right, now we're going to first powder my under eyes. That's usually what I go for first. So let me just make sure all of my lines are nice and blended out. Okay, and I am going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Powder because it's my favorite. This is a Laura Lee L12. And I very lightly dipped my brush into the powder and tapped off any of the excess. Doesn't look drying or anything. Okay, let me zoom out and we'll powder the rest of our face. All right, guys, now we are going to set the rest of our face. Now that I'm looking at this, it might be a tiny bit too light. Well, so like my neck is lighter than my shoulders. Does anyone else have that problem? Okay, and I am going to go in with the Makeup Forever HD Matte Loose Setting Powder. I've been loving this. What shade do I have? This is in the second shade, Banana. This is my Morphe Ariel A21. If you are new here, I powder everything. I do not powder. That's like a double negative, but I have to powder. I cannot not powder. Don't mind me. I'm just powdering. Okay, I think the camera and the lights were just washing me off, but I feel like it's not looking as light. I don't know. Maybe I could have gone one more shade. I still don't feel like the shade looked like it was light, right? Okay, I brought you in closer so you could see what it looks like once I've set it, and I'm actually really loving the way it's looking, and definitely the camera and the lights are washing me out. The shade is a lot darker, well, not a lot darker, but it's darker than what I'm looking at in the camera. It's a pretty good match. I think I did a good job. Okay, but yeah, here it is. This is what it looks like powdered, and I'm really liking it. Even though I did not put any pore filling primer on my T-zone, my pores don't look super huge, which is nice. So let me go ahead and finish up the rest of my face, and we'll zoom out and talk. Okay guys, I am back and face is all nice and done. I decided to go with a little more simple face, you know, fresh. I'm sure some of you are wondering or will probably ask what I'm wearing on my eyes, and it's the Tom Ford Solange in 01 Nude Pink. I think this is the holiday collection palette. I did a review on this. I'll link it down below. And for the lips, I am wearing Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat in Hot Gossip and Urban Decay lipstick. This is in the shade Liar. It's one of their new lipsticks. I forget what the name of them is. Okay, but here it is. Here is the final face. I am really enjoying the way this foundation is looking. So even though I powdered it down, I still do feel like a tiny bit of radiance is still showing through. I mean, it is called Crystal Glow. So far, first impressions, I am really enjoying this. We did get a cold front here in Texas, so my lips and my skin is feeling a tiny bit dry, and this is feeling very hydrating on my skin. It also feels very light. I honestly feel like I'm wearing nothing, so that is good. As far as the concealer, I've been having a lot of issues with well, not the concealer, the setting powders that I've been using for my concealers, but so far I'm actually really enjoying. I'm orange, aren't I? Yeah, sure am. I feel like Raw Beauty Christie. Am I orange? Okay, we're good now. All right, yeah, so far so good. I mean, for it only being $6.99, I do feel like my under eyes look pretty good. So I am definitely happy with these complexion products. Okay, JOAH, this is actually my very first purchase of JOAH. So this foundation has a 12-month shelf life, and it was made in Korea. For the concealer, it actually didn't even come in a box, so I don't even know what the shelf life for this is. Okay, but yeah, so final verdict as far as first impressions go, I am really enjoying this new foundation by JOAH. It's a drugstore brand because I do believe it is sold at CVS. This is my first purchase from JOAH. I have definitely seen some of the YouTubers that I watch review this makeup brand, like Kelly Strack, I think. Oh yeah, Kelly Strack, Juicy Jazz. They cover a lot of drugstore makeup, so that's probably why. But yeah, this is my first time. Like I said, the Mexican Beauty reviewed it and I was intrigued. I liked the sounds of what the foundation claimed, the name of the foundation also, and it was a plus that it was a drugstore foundation because, like I mentioned earlier, I am really trying to review more drugstore products for those of you who, you know, put on makeup more often than, you know, I do, and really do go through your products quicker and can't be buying a $40 foundation every time you run out. I definitely give this foundation 2 thumbs up. I will leave my information as far as my skin type, my age, and all that good stuff down below so you can reference in case you are my complexion and skin twin. Then you can kind of gauge if this is going to work as well for you as it did for me. And I will do a wear test, but I'm not going to add the wear test footage. It's just so hard to film during the day with the twins, but I will leave a note down here letting you know how it wore, if it wore great, if it didn't, and all that good jazz. Okay, I think that pretty much concludes this video. All right, guys, well, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. You guys have no idea. We are so close to 1,000 subscribers, so I would love it if you can really help me out in reaching that goal before the end of 2021. We're already in November, and before we know it, December is going to be here, and then bam, the year is going to be over. So I would definitely really appreciate you and love you forever and ever if you click the subscribe button if you haven't already. If you can also give this video a big ol' thumbs up, I really would appreciate it, and you would definitely help me out in the algorithm and hopefully bringing some new and fresh eyes to my channel. All right, guys, well, I will see you on the next video. Bye.